Good afternoon, everyone. It is 5:32, August 11th, 2026. Let's call this meeting to order. Miss Dottie, would you please conduct a roll call vote to ascertain a quorum?
Yes, sir. Chair Patrick Molina,
Here.
Vice Chair Heather Anderson.
She's here. Let me promote her to the panel.
Oh,
Oh,
She
excellent.
just came in.
Excellent.
There we go. Heather, Dottie was just calling you for roll call.
I will turn my video on in a moment, but I am here.
Yay.
Thank you.
Member Bill Brown,
Here.
Member Jan Schubert,
Here.
and Secretary Dottie McKinney here.
All right. We have a quorum. All right. We do have Karen here today, but we're not going to see Jake Colander. He did send everybody a report out earlier today. He's a bit ill, so we're going to let him heal up. And I'd like to lead everyone in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, right into item number 2 of our agenda is public comment. If anybody in the attendees gallery would like to make a public comment regarding anything on the agenda, please raise your hand and Ms. Karen will bring you into the panel. All right.
Don't see any hands raised.
Don't see
And
any
I think
hands raised.
Mr. Molina, I think Mr. Sandoval is here in Whitney's stead. So for
Oh,
when we get to the
perfect.
financial report, I'll be promoting. I'll be
Awesome.
checking on that. Yeah.
Which will be very shortly. All right, with no public comment, we will close that agenda item and we'll move right into the approval of tonight's agenda. I move to approve tonight's agenda, August 11th, as presented. A second, please.
I'll second.
Thank you, Bill. Any discussion with regards to tonight's agenda? So under the item number 7, the administrative staff report, item C, item number 2 and 3, we will more than likely move 1 month, and that is the iOS, the indicators of success. Karen will be generating a Google Forms for that so we can collect everybody's thoughts on that, and then I will happily submit that on behalf of the board. And then our assurances and compliance documents are not due until November 2nd. So we're going to give ourselves some space on this meeting and everybody will be able to look at those and be prepared for the next. So that's the only modification to tonight's agenda that I'm recommending. If no further discussion, then I move to approve, or I'm sorry, Ms. Dottie, I've already moved. Dottie, would you please conduct a roll call vote to approve this evening's agenda with the modifications as presented?
Yes, sir. Excuse me, Chair Patrick Molina,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heather Anderson,
Aye.
Bill Brown,
Aye.
Jan Schubert,
Aye.
and Dottie McKinney, aye.
Thank you all. The agenda has been approved. On to item number 4, which is the approval of our previous meeting minutes from July 14th, 2026. I move to approve the minutes for our regular meeting on July 14th, 2026. A second, please.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Heather. Any adjustments or modifications needed to the minutes as uploaded? Going once? Going twice? Well then, very good, Miss Dottie. When you get a moment, would you please? I'll let you finish typing.
Yes, sir. I apologize. Who seconded
take your time.
the motion?
Heather.
Heather.
Thank you, Heather. I was typing and not listening. I
No,
apologize.
that's all right. Perfect.
Chair Patrick Molina,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heather Anderson,
Aye.
Bill Brown,
Aye.
Jan Schubert,
Aye.
and Dottie McKinney. Aye.
Very good. The minutes from our last meeting have been approved. And just like that, we're on item number 5, which are the school finances. So if you would please promote Mr. Sanchez into the panel.
Mr. Sandoval.
Oh, Sandoval, rather. I'm sorry. Sanchez. I'm looking at Whitney
Whitney
Sanchez.
is, yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking at her name instead of, yes, Mr. Sandoval. Sorry.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to be here with all of you tonight in place of Whitney. Um, she usually share her screen when
Yes.
she goes over?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
let me go
Yes,
ahead
please.
and do that now. Okay, can everybody see? Do I need to zoom in?
It's still,
It's
I don't see
still
it yet.
coming up. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Let's see.
Yeah. I can see it all right, but maybe
Yep,
a
I can
little,
see it.
yeah, good, okay.
And I'm on an itty bitty little screen, so it looks fine. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's jump right into it. So just going over the financial update, and going over payroll and accountability and accounts payable payment vouchers from July. And so we'll go ahead and move on to our check report. The notes that Whitney left me, she wanted to point out that the NIMSIA risk payment was paid on time, which is the one time a year payment to NIMSIA for insurance for the school for various items that are required, that the school's required to have insurance for. And so that's the premium here for $458,482. She also wanted me to point out the Go Guardian subscription, which is an annual fee. So this isn't reoccurring. Well, it reoccurs on an annual basis, but not monthly, for 24,200, and the Power School annual fee for 39,000. And moving on to the liability section of the check report. Uh, she noted that there were more Wells Fargo deposits, as you can see, direct deposits than normal, from FY26 last year into FY27 the current year. And that was due to summer payrolls from FY26 and then normal payroll from FY27, which are these ones noted here. I believe that to me, that one looks like the FY26 payment, so that probably came out then. Um, and then these are the other summer payrolls that she noted. Are there any questions so far?
No, sir.
These are the check reports that go into further detail of the items I was explaining. Just scrolling down to the good stuff, the analytical review. Looking at it from this point of view, it looks like, well, according to her notes, um, operational fund does look over budget, but all POs have been opened for reoccurring expenses, so that could have caused this figure to go over budget. But she is going to look into which POs may be overstated. She said that some may have been overestimated, but that she's going to work on looking at those POs and reducing them if necessary to ensure that this estimated side does not exceed what we have budgeted or what the school has budgeted for. And so, pretty standard for all of these at this time of year. None of these are over budgeted, I mean, estimated. Food services, but this looks like some might need to be included here as well from this estimated side. So between federal and state, Those are different funds, and so this likely will go down to what it's budgeted for after this is considered in. Um, Continuing on, this is the current year revenue versus budgeted revenue and beginning in fund balance versus budgeted fund balance. Total budget. From what I can see, she didn't leave many notes on this section, but it's all pretty normal for this time of year. Isn't too much going on. We just, received initial revenue from the initial SEG payments for the year, as well as I'm sure some pending RFRs that finally were approved by PED. So those are likely still coming through, and those will be reflected here as the revenue does come in. Operational fund cash liquidity, 1.35, so about a month and some time in terms of how much the school has in cash reserves or in cash balances. It's definitely good to see this figure at 1.35, and it's worth noting that going any lower, is not always a good thing. It's always good to have enough, about 2 months cash on hand just in case of, delayed revenue from the state or any type of issues that may cause a decrease in revenue. But this looks pretty good for this time of year, and so I'm sure it's going to continue to go up throughout the year. Looking here at monthly cash balances from last year to this year. So last year, 405,000. This year, $4,380,904. Budgeted revenue versus current revenue. Current revenue, this includes SEG payments, as I've mentioned earlier, RFR, request for reimbursements. Those are finally being paid out. I know for my schools now during this time, so I'm sure it's the same for Explore. And um, some of these other revenues are also likely from previous prior year refunds. And looks like we're still waiting on some RFRs to go through, which is why there's a negative balance here. Um, Yearly expenditure by month, all funds. Here year in August, some monthly change. Doesn't look like there's decrease of 925,000. Year to date, 925,000. Estimated expenditures by function, all funds, 58% for instruction and instructional support, 12% for admin and central, 10% maintenance of property, 10% capital, and 10% transportation and food services. Over here, expenditures by object, contract services, 29%, supplies at 5%, debt service and miscellaneous, 0, property, 0, compensation and benefits, which is always the most expensive piece of the pie, is at 66%. And um, nothing to really go over here. This will, as the months progress, there'll be more um, data to compare previous months. But just because it's the beginning of the year, there's not much here. And then just wanted to cover the bank reconciliation report at the bottom here. Difference of 0, so everything reconciled, everything is looking good. Some of these outstanding deposits or some deposits that have come in, some withdrawals and credits, but everything ties out here at 0. Bank reconciliation report, this just goes further into what we were discussing here. And I think the last part would be any outstanding checks. Yeah, so it looks like there's still some outstanding checks, and these are just something, I don't know why these would be zero. That's new to me, so um, I'll make a note for Whitney. Maybe she knows what those are for. But everything else looking really good. We don't want outstanding checks over a year, but as you can see, there's none that are even approaching over a year, so looking good there. Um, I think that's all she had listed. Are there any questions? Anything I can go over? Alrighty. I'll go ahead and stop sharing.
I do recognize that those names on that list were all look like they were all staff member names, just so you know, Andres,
Okay.
that had the
I'll make
zeros. I recognized, I didn't catch it from all of them, but it looked like they were all staff members, and so maybe there had been I don't know. It says zero, but
Mhm. Yeah, it's something I've never seen zeros on an outstanding check like that, so I'll make a note for Whitney
yeah,
to so she can bring that up in the next board meeting.
thanks.
All right, very good. Well, then let's open up for discussion. I move to approve the monthly financial packet as presented. A second, please.
I'll second.
Thank you, Bill. Any further discussion on that? That one looks pretty straightforward at the moment. Usually does at the beginning of the school year.
Mm-hmm.
So, well then, if no further discussion, Miss Dottie, would you please conduct a roll call vote to approve the monthly financial packet as presented?
I apologize again. I did not hear who seconded the motion.
Bill.
Bill, thank you, Bill. I am I'm not sure why I need to turn my sound up.
No worries.
Thank you. Chair Patrick Molina,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heather Anderson,
Aye.
Bill Brown,
Aye.
Dan Schubert,
Aye.
and Dottie McKinney. Aye.
Wonderful.
With that, then, Mr. Sandoval, I'm going to send you back through cyberspace and let you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for filling in for Whitney.
Yes,
Let her
ma'am.
know we miss her.
Yes,
Will
but thank
do.
you. Thank you so very much.
Yes, sir. You all have a great night. Goodbye.
Item B, everybody, is a budget adjustment request. There are none this month, so we are going to just boogie on to section number 6, which is governing council business and the recruitment and designation of board members. I know Karen has reached out and Heather has reached out. Heather, any luck with our neighbor up there on your end of the street?
No, I will. I know this is my last meeting, but I will do that again this week,
Okay,
and I'll be in touch with you.
perfect.
Just I'll send you a text, and that way I won't interrupt anything going on at your end.
No, no worries. No, that's fine. Totally fine. Thank you. Thank you. So we do have a possible candidate, folks, who have students at the school.
This isn't the same person who I recruited for the audit committee, is it? Heather?
I don't think so.
Was you didn't? It was you sent me their last name, but they have a son
Samuel-
Dylan at the school.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the same person.
Oh, is it?
Well, I have her on the agenda for the next item, but
Okay. Well,
he
we
has
can-
agreed to do that, but I don't know
Okay.
about the board.
Okay. Because
I only say that, I only asked Heather because I know she lives on the same street.
then it's the same person. And they might not want to do both, or you might not want a board member to be, because you need an independent member from the committee, don't you?
Well, but if she was interested in the board member, we would just have to find a different parent for the audit committee. I think there's a much bigger
Okay.
commitment with the board, if
Right.
she's interested.
I'll
And
check with her and see.
and
Okay.
I have started reaching out to the folks who have expressed interest in the past. Some of them, though, it's been a couple years or more. But and I'm also
Mhm.
asked some staff members at the school who've been around a while about graduates again because I was really interested in trying to get a graduate, and that sort of fell
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
apart last time I tried. So
Yeah, I
still
think it's worth
working on
trying.
that as well.
Yep. I think it's certainly worth trying again. Absolutely. That'd be cool. All right. Well, we keep on forging on. And as everyone knows, this is Heather's very last meeting. So thank you so much, Heather, for being part of this crew. I cannot begin to thank you enough.
It has been a pleasure, and reach out. I'm not officially a part of the board, but if you need help, let me know.
Absolutely. I know where to find you.
I know I can't hide from you. I wouldn't try anyway.
No, an absolute pleasure. Very good. So everybody keep on beating the bushes to see if we can find somebody to be on the board. And if we do sweet talk Cameo into joining the board, we can find another parent volunteer to be on the audit committee. So let's see if we can. Maybe we should invite them over for dinner one night, Heather. Do like a mini block party on your end and see if we can switch them.
Sure.
Take her down.
Zane is down there on a regular basis asking for car advice, so we can
Oh, very good.
just do that.
Then we'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, I don't think there's anything wrong with us designated Miss Cameo Tadoni to be a parent representative on the audit committee. And if we do get her on the board, then we will take care of that when that happens. But for now, staying true to the agenda, I move to designate Cameo Tadoni as the parent representative to our finance audit committee. A second, please.
I'll second.
I'll,
That was Jan. Jan seconded the motion. And Miss Dottie, would you please conduct a roll call vote to designate Cameo Tadoni as the parent representative to our finance audit committee?
Yes, sir. Chair Patrick Molina,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heather Anderson,
I
Bill Brown,
Aye.
Jan Schubert,
Aye.
and Dottie McKinney. Aye.
Thank you all very much. And we'll see if we can get her convinced to join the board. That'd be great. Very good. Thank you, Miss Dottie. So at the last meeting, I was reelected as the chair president, and again, honored to be doing that. Thank you very much. And Miss Dottie, thank you so much for once again stepping into that secretary chair. That's a heavy lift, and we certainly appreciate it. What we do need is a vice chair. So I'd like to open it up for nominations for vice chair. And if you'd like, I can explain exactly what that entails.
Chair Molina,
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to nominate Bill Brown as Vice Chair of our Executive Committee,
Very good.
General Counsel, excuse me.
Mr. Brown, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I would.
Wonderful. Are there any other nominations? Going once? Going twice? Well, then, very good. I move to designate Bill Brown as the vice president of our humble governing council. A second, please.
I will second.
Thank you, Miss Heather. Any discussion? Good. Then, Miss Dottie, would you please conduct a roll call vote to elect Bill Brown as our vice chair of our governing council?
Yes, sir. Chair Patrick Molina,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heather Anderson,
Aye.
Bill Brown,
Aye.
Jan Schubert,
Aye.
and Dottie McKinney, aye.
Well, congratulations, Bill.
I thought maybe by being absent last meeting that got me out of
You,
it, but
you thought you
You're
missed
lucky.
it.
You're lucky you didn't get nominated at the last meeting.
You're
Usually
lucky,
the
Miss.
person who's absent's the one that gets voted all the work. Oh my
You're
gosh.
lucky, Mr. Molina waited till tonight for you to actually have a input or accept or not. So
Yes, we wanted to make sure you accepted the nomination. Awesome. Very, very good. Thank you very much, Bill. Moving right along. You're still the finance committee chair, however, making sure. Um,
okay. I will remember that.
all right. That takes us into item D, which is the leave donation policy. And that looks to be pending with a memo of understanding with the union.
yeah, and if I could just explain,
Please.
we had been wanting to implement it. I think in the past, Explore Academy has done it more informally and then stopped doing it because we didn't have a policy and we were kind of on hold with policies because of the union negotiations. So I had one drafted, but ultimately the union raised the issue. The MOU that you're looking at was drafted, I think, without exception by Jake Colander, and the uh, union team and the school admin team for the union bargaining team have reached an agreement, but we did include, since this is a policy, that it was pending board review and approval. So that's why it's before you tonight. I neglected to bring it last month. It probably should have been on last month's agenda, but forgot about this. Not, I didn't forget about the MOUs at the union negotiations, to be clear. I forgot that there was a board, that
Oh,
this was a
requirement.
policy that needed to be approved. So we are recommending and asking for your approval. I'm happy to share the screen or go over anything if you have any questions about it, but it's basically to allow folks to donate some of their leave when we have a circumstance with a member who qualifies for such said leave, usually uh, an illness or
Right.
serious event.
Yeah, we have
And
something
it's
similar.
outlined there.
Yeah, we have something similar. Presbyterian folks can pitch in to a bank, and then folks who need it get to withdraw. So it's really neat. I think it's an awesome benefit, right? It doesn't cost anything necessarily, and I think it's awesome. But that's just me. Well, let's open it up for discussion. I move to approve the leave donation policy as presented. A second, please.
I'll second.
Thank you, Bill. Very good. Any discussion, folks? Any questions you want Karen to bring it up on the screen really quick to take a peek at it if you haven't had an opportunity to open it? It looks pretty straightforward to me. I didn't see anything alarming or concerning when I looked it over.
I didn't get anything. I didn't notice anything away from Jake. Is that what they're talking about? Was it in that information?
It's linked on the agenda. So let me
On
just
the
share it
agenda.
real quick.
Sure, please. That'd be great.
I mean,
That'd be
Just
great.
it didn't
Yeah.
click on
Like I
mine.
said, we do something very similar at Presbyterian, and it's huge. It's an
ACS
awesome way
has one too, but
to support folks.
So basically, employees who have leave, there is somewhere in here, oh yeah, they have to have some leave in their own bank. Like they can't just deplete their own
You're
leave
sharing the
completely.
agenda, Karen.
Oh, well, that's not what I want. Let's try that again. Thank you.
Please.
I think it's this one then. Let's see if that
I feel
works.
so rude interrupting, but
No, please. Is this
there it
correct now?
is.
Okay.
there it is.
So primarily it's to allow folks who have catastrophic medical conditions or personal emergencies and have exhausted their leave to be able to get some leave time. And it's donated by those who've accrued leave. There's some requirements. They have to have been with the school for at least a year, exhausted their leave, have some certification documents. They can't be on workers' comp or long-term disability. Um, and then we are requiring employees to have maintain some balance of their own leave. They can't get theirs down to zero to donate. They have to donate 4 hours or more, no more than three per employee per school year. They have to submit a form, etc. But as Mr. Molina explained, it is just for staff members to donate some of their accrued leave to help out a colleague in certain situations. Has to be approved by the administration. It has to be forms have to be filled out, etc. It doesn't matter what pay scale the person is at. In other words, if an EA needs it and I donate my leave time, they get the leave time. It doesn't matter about the salary amounts or anything. And it will become effective um, upon signature of both parties, subject to the approval of the board. Jake has not signed it yet. That was when we first worked it out. This is when we finally get the signed copy from the union. So Jake will execute it upon board approval, if so approved.
Okay. That helps. Thanks. I figured that was close to what it was. That's what APS's was when I was teaching there. And it was really helpful. So
I agree. I absolutely agree. Well, then let's open it up for discussion. I move to approve. Oh, no, we are, right? I already moved, didn't I?
I think you
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Very good. Well then, any further discussion, folks? Any red flags, anything look funky to anybody? Well then, if there's no further discussion, Miss Dottie, would you please conduct a roll call vote to approve the leave donation policy as presented?
Yes, sir. Chair Patrick Molina,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heather Anderson,
Aye.
Bill Brown,
Aye.
Dan Schubert,
I
and Dottie McKinney, aye.
Wonderful. Yes, please get Jake to sign that and put it in place, please.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right. Board committee reports. Audit committee, I think we just got underway. We had a meeting, the second meeting last week, I believe it was the 31st. Hopefully everybody who needed to attend has attended. The audit is underway, and I don't think there's anything else to report at this time unless I'm missing anything. Very good. Mr. Brown, anything from the finance committee that I'm so sorry I had to miss, but I was flying over the Pacific Ocean at the time.
I feel bad for you. Really do. No, we had nothing to report. We actually didn't have the finance committee meeting in full. We just met for a few minutes, and Whitney was not yet prepared because of the new school year for the finance reports. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Thank you very much. Facilities committee. Miss Dottie, anything from or Heather from that activity?
No, sir. We did meet with Mr. Lovato, I believe, in June.
It was
And
just before the July meeting, yes.
it was, yes, I apologize. And he went through the list of projects with us, and Heather did a walkthrough with him in the gym. And so I don't know if she has anything she would like to report. I'll defer to Vice Chair Anderson at this time.
I don't have anything to add. I think we talked about this last time, but the new facilities look fantastic, and if you haven't seen them, it's worth going to take a look.
I've seen some, but not all. I have not walked into the gym yet, so that's on my to-do list here in the next month. Last time I was there was for that big, what was it called? Not an expo, but it was when all the community was in there checking out the school. It was wonderful, but I never made it to the gym.
Done.
But awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Facilities Committee. Thank you very much. I think that brings us right into item number 7, which is the administration and staff report. Mr. Colander is under the weather today. He will not be joining us, but he did very kindly send out a report to everybody. Hopefully, right before the meeting, hopefully you had an opportunity to at least go through it. The biggest thing in there is we have an air conditioner unit that is out of commission, and it's not a cheap fix. And maybe Ralph can help us with that when we bring him on to finish it off. Everything else, it looks like our enrollment numbers are pretty good, 1376 or thereabouts. We'll see what it looks like on the 40th day, right?
A little lower than we had hoped, but
Right.
yes.
Okay. And I know that Jake is really trying to fill in those last bits. He's got on here his social media report. He's also he worked with KRQE to run kind of a little bit of an ad, and he's hoping that runs here very soon. And again, everybody else can read that document, which I think I accidentally closed when this meeting started, so I can't even refer to it now. Um,
Do you want me to share
sure,
this?
that'd be fine. That'd be great. I had it open, and now I can't. I think I closed
Yeah.
it.
Am I sharing the right thing this time?
You are. Yes, you are.
Okay.
So 1336. I was off. 1336
Mhm.
has that number. Ramp up week. Is this the first time we've done a student club fair, or is that an annual activity to get folks into the club into clubs?
I thought my
I'm not
son
sure.
I thought my son participated in it last year, but I can't tell you more than
I
last
yeah,
year.
I think it was either last year or the year before was the first one. I think. I think. Well, I'm glad that's still a very popular and beneficial activity. Attendance is cranking. October 14th is our 40th day. So hopefully we will be solid on our numbers by then. Academic and professional development items.
Mm.
Looks like staff sessions are going on right now.
Mhm. And they are going to be implementing a pilot on a new teacher evaluation system. So
Oh,
that's
good.
those first two bullets there.
Yeah.
Um, they are, I don't think it says here, but there is some early literacy assessment going to be happening on site at the school in September.
Hmm.
They're hosting it at the school, so the school gets first dibs of attendees for the PED. Um, a biggie you might hear about board members is the change from iStation to Amera testing, which is primarily K to 2. It's a required PED state required assessment for literacy. And there was a lot, as indicated here, there was a lot of pushback from parents um, due to the requirement for recorded AI tests. So the students recorded and then scored. I just went to a meeting today where one of the because of all the uproar about these recordings of student voices and the AI component, we did have a meeting today, and Amera has there are options to. We have selected the option to delete the recording immediately after scoring, which would be on the same day of the recording. So that has been communicated out by our director of assessment, I think already today to parents. And it impacts K to students in K to 2 only. Um, and then, yeah, a lot of literacy focus on the OKRs. So that's what some of this is about.
Okay.
And then there's the facilities you were talking about in the HVAC unit, device management, uh,
Go
finance.
back up a little bit, Karen, on the um, return to a consolidated HVAC status update. I meant
Return
to
to
ask
consult.
Jake about that. Is that what does that mean? Return to a consolidated HVAC status update.
I am going to ask that you save that question for when we bring Mr. Lovato on,
Okay. Okay.
as
Very good.
I can't answer that
That's fine. That's
question.
fine.
And I'm
Thank
hoping
you.
he can, but
Okay.
if not, I'll find out for you. But
All right.
I suspect he can answer that. Um, and then
Finance
uh,
budget.
finance and budget, contracts, Title III allocations, audit risk interview. Some of you should, if not, maybe just the chair, but you should have an audit risk interview if you haven't already. Um, uh, I'm not sure about all of that, but and then the community and outreach items
Yep. Just to let you know,
and
Karen, mine is scheduled for this Friday. So I will
Okay.
be attending mine.
So here's his focus, closing focus, and then he also included some action register about some deliverables for your review. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm not
No,
able to answer too many questions, but certainly make note of any, and I'm happy to bring them to Jake, or we can be sure to ask him next meeting if it's not urgent.
absolutely. No, this was great. It was straightforward to me. Um, so yeah, any questions for Karen to take back to Jacob?
He
All
also had
right.
a second email with a second attachment with the OKRs.
Right.
Mhm. So I can quickly share that if you'd like. He
Thanks.
he gave Miss Hill, our Dean of Students at the elementary, credit for putting it in the beautiful format. But so K to 5, there's a reading objective and tasks for semester 1. This is by the end of 5th grade. So math objective, um, and then same for 6 through 12. They have prepared for college success, uh, focused around seminar pass rates, keeping student groups successful, reading and math skills embedded across content areas, and what they're going to use. And then uh, why is this? What is the difference between this one? Let's see. This is about pass rates. So this one is about the data on the assessments and making sure that we get an average pass rate on those assessments. Um, strengthening community partnerships, expanding opportunities. Uh, and you can see some of the key results he's seeking for that objective as a valued partner in Albuquerque community. A retention objective, continuing with interest surveys and uh, discovery den or similar event to showcase student projects. A lot of the retention pathway has been focused around some of the um, Explore Academy horizons in the past, and now really focusing in on a personal passion or area interest for each student. And here's the Horizons program, which offers other educational opportunities for students in the upper grades. So I think that's everything, but
Yep.
um, now it's on record.
Yay. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now we can bring Ralph on to talk about the facilities projects, especially that HVAC. Ouch.
There you go. Okay, Ralph, if you could unmute yourself, we see you. Well, we see your name.
Ralph, you have the floor.
There we are. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Good. And I don't know if you were on and listening when the question came up, but I can share the report again if you want me to. But did you understand the question that was being asked, or do you want me to bring it up?
Yes, no, I do. I was listening. So I believe what Jake told me about the results, remaining work orders, afternoon heat mitigation, that's until we get the RTU1 issues resolved. So he's basically going to keep parents, students, staff, everybody involved through the whole process, which I think is amazing. He put out an email to everybody explaining what happened, what we're gonna do, which I'll explain in a sec too if you guys didn't see that. But we're being
Please.
totally transparent with everything, of course. So he just wants to make sure everybody's involved and we keep everybody on top of things instead of behind. Um, so RTU1. So the wonderful world of HVAC. Those units are 30 years old-ish, as we've been talking for this whole time I've been here. We, as you all know here, we got bond money, which was supposed to go to HVAC, and we set aside plenty. After 2 months of summer and close to, I want to say about $100,000, RTU1 does not work. After compressors, all the components, refrigerant, everything we threw into it, we threw in new boards, replaced, I'd say about 60% of about half the unit, and nothing. It wouldn't kick on, it wouldn't work. I called a second opinion. Not that we don't trust our HVAC guy, he's amazing, but before we make big decisions and start looking at other options, I had to get a second opinion in. Same thing with them. They spent about 4 hours double checking, triple checking. Um, Tried kicking it on, just started blowing parts again, and so we all came to the conclusion. So what's happening is the compressors, some inside the unit, and nobody can explain, is is bad to where once the system is in flow of operation, it goes step by step by step by step. Coming back to the board, the motherboard, talking to it, it's blowing components, which is all the little pieces on the electrical side of things. Mainly contactors. Contactors go right before breakers, which go right before the main panels. And it's just dead, to say the least, which is very disheartening because, as you see on Jake's report there, those units are about $750,000. So it's not an easy fix. And we are very short on options. So brainstorming, kind of going over a lot of different options, we decided on mini splits. Mini splits are amazing units. It's per classroom. Everybody can monitor their own airflow. As of right now, and I don't think I have the thing to share you guys, but it's going to cost us just under $100,000 to take care of the entire west wing, including one, two, three, four, five, six. We're also going to put six other classrooms that run on RTU2, so right next door to it, because that one also runs classrooms, flex cafeteria, and some small, not small, but regular classrooms in B Hall closer to the north side. So me and my HVAC guy, we went through things and we said, let's take a few off of RTU2, which is struggling with airflow, and kind of get them just on a single phase here. We're going to throw a bunch more on the mini split system. And in total, we have almost 40 units going in, and that's classrooms and offices. But being that we have an HVAC guy on staff, we don't have to pay a lot of money because I did run this through another contact at Anderson Air, just picking his brain, and he goes, "Yeah, we could do 30 to 40 classes, but it cost you about $300,000 or $400,000." And I said, well, I'm glad I got an HVAC guy on staff, so we are getting everything at cost, pretty cost efficient, Um, and I am dedicating, so Jake in his memo put 4 to 6 weeks. We can get most of the equipment here within about a week to 2 weeks. But in the meantime, he has a lot of work. I have to get roofers involved because we do have a warranty on our roof. So I have to get sent to mark out, work with them for the penetrations, for all the condensers, all the electrical lines. So there's a lot into this project, and it's going to take my staff. I'm putting Sean, our HVAC guy, on it. Levi, our maintenance guy. I am dedicating both of their times until this project's done. Once it starts, both of them are on it. I'll probably cover day and half night shifts working with them as well, for the next month and a half till we get everybody comfortable. That's our priority right now. It's been years. If you ask some of those teachers in C Hall where this is affecting, they've said we've struggled for years, and the 5 years I've been here, we've struggled. So it's time to unstruggle. So we're going to get them going here.
So Ralph,
Ralph, I'm sorry. Oh,
well, go ahead. Go ahead, Karen.
I just missed the number of classrooms you think are going to get these mini splits. I missed the
Yeah,
number.
I can count, but it's roughly 30 to 40, but that's
Okay.
offices as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Ralph, are these mini splits also heat exchanger heat pumps as well to provide heat in the wintertime?
They are heat cool. Yes, sir. So they
Perfect.
will do both. We're completely eliminating RTU1 up top. Which I'll also I need to talk to Sean about closing up vents. You know, we're gonna isolate the ones off of RTU2, but I need to talk to him about losing air, you know, through the returns and through the others. So
Right.
we're total plan in place to get everything going for these mini splits.
Perfect. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's the HVAC issues right now. We are dealing with daily HVAC masthead. We had a compressor go out, had to buy one for one of the units over there. Um, Daily issues, but HVAC's been, as you guys know, every meeting we come in and it's HVAC. So
Yep.
we're getting on it, getting after it. I did want to touch. So did you have any? Did anybody have questions about the HVAC going on?
I just have a comment that I want to say kudos to some of the staff out there because I've been seeing emails about, hey, my room's cool and it's available periods 3 and 6 if you want to move over here. And they've really been rallying around each other and
Well,
helping find
that's
ways to relocate classes that are experiencing more heat later in
that's
as the day
fantastic.
goes on. So kudos to those staff members offering up their classrooms when they're not
Bravo.
needing
How
them.
clever too. That's really great.
Yeah, and the staff, just so you guys know, the staff for the most part has been super amazing with me and my team. Obviously, it's not our fault, but they see the work and the effort we're putting in, so they've been amazing with us too.
Bravo.
Okay, so I just wanted to touch a little bit as well. So facility spending update. Um, Miss Dottie and Miss Heather, we met, like they said, back in June. I showed them our updated forms and everything. And I believe, Karen, am I able to share?
You should be able to. Down at the bottom, there's a little folder with an arrow pointing up. Share.
Perfect. Okay. Yes. I'm going to go this route. Okay. Are you guys able to see that spreadsheet?
We are.
All right. So our spreadsheet looks a little different. It's nice and updated now. Um, so field spring, there's still a lot of stuff we haven't gotten to. As you can see, we have the fields going. We're starting already to work on the Halo upgrades, which is the security upgrades. Got us our scissor lift. That's come in handy, especially working on the RTUs. And now that we jump inside in the building, we're going to need that, of course. Landscaping we've been working on. Black box and gym. This is mainly gym. We still have to start working on the black box, but as of right now for the gym, we have the ending, the big ending from McRitch's team is the basketball goals. That's what we're still missing, and they are getting installed the weekend of the 21st. So just so you know, we'll have those in. This stuff is scoreboards, volleyball equipment, basketball equipment. We're helping out, you know, any way we can with that stuff for sports. That stuff's being installed. I think the scoreboards are actually being installed this Friday, so we'll have scoreboards in there, everything to that effect. Storage, we went ahead and got some storage. I just talked to Masthead today. They were very jealous. So I am looking into getting Masthead a storage unit. But we got four big 40-foot storage units out at Golden last week. Miscellaneous, we've been stocking up some of the stuff and using it as we go. Um, Fencing, we did get extra fencing at Golden to go around the west side of the field and also for more bus access in the back of Golden. So now they can unload on the side as well as part of the back. And mastheads stuff is going. So we are getting we did the masthead project as well, about 100,000 spent on masthead. Um, sectioning off their new break room and then putting a small little room inside their flex room. That construction is 100% complete, and now we are purchasing furniture, other stuff to help out Masthead over there as well. And then there's our big HVAC that we've spent so far that we are very sad we didn't get too far with that, but yeah, we're gonna have some updated pricing and some more costs in there. But just to show you the spreadsheet on that of where we've gone so far, everything does calculate. I think I explained before. So we total everything. When we're done, we exit out. We do have this balance. So anything we don't spend on our estimated as to oppose what we have spent, we have a plus here. So that can be used, shifting it to other projects, other areas of need. So as we go along and start Xing things out, this is our actual plus on the spreadsheet from what I've estimated here. So we are well on our way on spending and trying to get the school stuff going on that.
Excellent. Thank you, Ralph.
Yeah, and I do have these other tabs. I won't go over all of them, but here's all of our payout. We are, just so you guys know, everything is getting documented everywhere, every receipt, every invoice. It's all logged on here as we pay, as well as the ones that, these are just the receipts. And then we have payouts to all the companies plus the receipts. Everything all adds up on all the spreadsheets. So we are documenting and making sure everything's accounted for as we should.
Perfect. Any questions, fellow
Yeah,
board members?
any questions?
Well, this is superb work, Ralph. Thank you. You guys are really, your tiny team is really killing it. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it. I love this part of the job, man. It makes me happy, especially when we're getting everything good for the kids, so. But I think regarding facilities, unless you guys had any other questions, like Miss Dottie had mentioned and Miss Heather, go see the gym, the black box, the fields in the back. We're doing a lot of good things out there, so go check it out. Except don't go to Sea Hall. It's a little warm. Just
Thank you, Ralph.
of course.
Great work. Great work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any closing questions before we move along the agenda? All right, then we move on to section C. Thank you, Ralph. General updates and reminders. Miss Karen, you have the floor.
As usual, there's a list of things, tasks going on that by each of the directors. You are welcome to review that, ask me questions, ask for others to come join us. It's there. I don't have anything to add unless you have questions.
Nope. So everybody, Karen's going to put out a Google form to collect the indicators of success information so that we can send it up to the state. The portal just opened on the 1st. I have not logged in yet, and I got a little reminder from the state saying, "Hey, you haven't logged in yet." It's like, I know, stand by. So I will be doing that here in the coming week to go in there. But please participate in that little questionnaire that Karen's going to send out, and we'll get that to the state. And what that helps with is getting us eligible for that $10,000 grant for board use. So that would be really nice. And I think we can make that, we can use some of that money for a board retreat, which would be awesome. So when that comes your way, please give it a look.
And I would also add, be very honest.
Yeah.
Don't be overrating yourself because actually any areas that are in need of improvement are likely to get support. So don't worry about that. And it's not evaluative.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's what the iOS thing is. Dottie, Heather, and I went to a dinner a few months back where they rolled this out and said that it would come live in August, and they're on time. So they've actually delivered. So that's what the indicators of success piece is. And then the annual assurances to the PEC are due in November, so that gives us a little bit of breathing room. So hopefully everybody will have an opportunity to go in and look at the assurance document and the compliance requirements. It'd be really lovely if we could cover that at the next meeting, no later than October, obviously, but the next meeting would be great to have that squared away and done. So put that on your calendars as a little to-do. That would be fantastic. And it's that time all of our governing board training from last year got reset to 0. So jump on in and do your hours, please. I haven't done a single hour yet. So, but it just started. We just started. So we've got some time, but jump in there, find some time on your calendar to go through those so that we are in compliance. And even though it's almost the same training year after year, I always learn something. I always learn something. Um, so just be advised that we're all back to 0, and there was not a conference this year for us to get hours. So we're all starting off pretty much at 0. All right. Any other updates, Miss Karen?
I don't have anything else. No, I do not.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, then that brings us right to board comments, section 8 of our agenda. Folks, any comments, any ideas, anything that you need to chat with all of us while we're all still here? Well, I do. I would formally like to thank Heather Anderson for her wonderful service on this governing council. Uh, your legal insights and knowledge have been a blessing on this council, and we wish you the absolute best as your boys start to graduate out of school, well, at least high school, and into college, which I believe all of them are slated to go to college. But again, thank you so, so much for all of your service. You will be missed.
Yes.
Thank
Here,
you.
here.
Thank you.
Any other board comments?
Yes, I want to thank Heather as well. It has been wonderful working with her this year, and she will be missed. You will be missed, Heather. And I hope you find time to sit in on a meeting sometime this next year, just to say hello.
Just a
I
heckle.
appreciate it, Dottie. Thanks. I'll make sure to raise my hand.
Constantly.
We'll take you. We'll absolutely take you. Wonderful. But again, thank you so much, Heather. Thank you so, so much. Last call for board comments before we move on to item number 9. All right. Very, very good. Item number 9 is public comment. If there's anyone in the attendees gallery who wishes to speak, please do so now. I see Anthony and Ralph's note takers going on in there. That's all I see.
Yeah.
So
No
I think
comment.
we can close the public comment. Wonderful. Well, folks. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Dottie.
I apologize. I do have one other comment. I want to
Okay.
congratulate Bill Brown on accepting the position as our vice chair this coming year. And I also want to commend Jan Schubert for remaining with us this next year as well. Thank you so much, Jan. You're so appreciated.
Thank you, Heather, for getting me into this.
Yeah,
That's not sarcastic at all, is it, Jim?
and I absolutely
Thank you
second.
all for doing that.
I second Dottie's comments wholeheartedly. Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Jan, as well. Thank you so, so much. And I'm hoping that this experience has been rewarding for both of you, and I hope it continues to be so. It certainly is for me. So wonderful. All right. Well, no public comments are offered. So, ladies and gentlemen, this might be a record. I'd like to adjourn this meeting at what time is it now? Because it's 2:36 here, so that'd be 6:36 in Albuquerque. Is that correct? At 6:36, and I will see everyone, almost everyone except for Heather, next month at our normally scheduled meeting.